your team have a great rookie player. They got a good result in regular season, but I think the postseason is a little bit different. The regular season. How do you expect your team's rookie player in the postseason?
I think you're asking me how our guys are going to react. I think they'll react good. Yasiel seems to just play. You know, he doesn't seem to play with any fear of anything. He's just going to go play. Hunjin is a guy is a rookie, but has really had pitched a lot of baseball professionally, just not here. So he's an older type rookie, and I'm hoping we'll react good. You know, you don't know how anybody's going to react, but I feel like they'll react good, and look forward to watching it.
Hey Don, what did you know about your guys, your team, the clubhouse, when it didn't start as well as a lot of people kind of put out there that it would? What did you know about the room that you knew the bounce back was actually possible?
Well, we knew the talent was there. That's the main thing I think you see, and we had a group of guys that weren't running and hiding, that continued to work. And I think mixed with the coaching staff, I felt like just being experienced through all that did a nice job of keeping these guys together and us continuing to work and not panic where we were at that time. And we finally got healthy, but the room's always been pretty good. We didn't have any trouble last year. A lot of people talked about that in spring training, chemistry and things like that. But there really was never any trouble in that room as far as guys getting along. So I was never really concerned about that. And it's actually, kind of turned into I think a positive for us, because these guys, I don't think I've ever been around a team that has more fun than these guys. And they're fun to be around. They seem to enjoy playing. They have a good time, but they seem to know when to get down to business. It's been an enjoyable group. It's a group I don't have to worry about for the most part. Obviously, you always have guys here, guys there that something's going on. But as a group, I really haven't had to push and get guys ready to play.
Take a couple more second round, you're right.
Don, the last time you guys were here, you took leads into the later innings and didn't quite work out. Can you talk about how your bullpen's changed since the last time you guys were here?
It hadn't changed a whole lot. It's changed. I think maybe did we just make the change with Kinley, or was it before that? Or I'm not sure. But so the personnel's been the same, and that was just during a period that we seemed to be struggling. Period. And I think Paco gave up a homer, and that thing to Upton late, and Kinley gave up one. I think Gaddis got him late, and Simmons. So I think just kind of more settled and understanding where they're going to be in, what parts of the game we're going to use them. I think our whole team in general is a lot more settled as far as kind of knowing who we are, where we're at, that type of thing. So look at the bullpen a lot like the team, just a little bit different team now. Same guys, but just more of a confident team than we came here before.
Let's take one or two more, Don. John, or Don.
Don, what can you tell us about your probable starters beyond Kershaw in Game 1 and maybe your thought process behind those decisions?
Zach's going to be Game 2, and Hunjin 3, and Ricky 4. So that's and really these are the guys really pitched the best. Zach, I know his record's better at home, but I feel like he can win anywhere. Hunjin's thrown the ball good for the most part all year long, and Ricky's thrown the ball good for us. Obviously those, I guess they could be subject to change. We'd have to do something in a game early or something like that. We would have to be flexible with Ricky and what we would do, and when we'd have him ready. Then at some point we just got to, pull the plug on that part of it.
And with Ricky, just to follow up on the last go, do you feel like maybe the additional rest might help his stuff bounce back a bit more, maybe miss some more bats after having a longer layoff?
Well, Ricky, we look at the whole body of work, and it's been pretty good. And it's kind of like anything else. You're going to look at a guy, and this is who he's been for us since we acquired him. He was a little bit rougher at the end, but I think we know who he was when we acquired him. Know what he's capable of. A couple of those in there, I always feel like we're a little skewed because it was San Francisco twice, two bad really matchups for him that we didn't try to adjust or didn't try to manipulate because where we were at in the standings. And So, we're confident with Ricky and what he can do.
Take the last one to your right, Don.
Is there a circumstance, say, if you guys are trailing or something, where you would consider bringing Kershaw back on short rest for game 4?
We haven't talked about that. Right now, we're at Ricky, and obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the series, but we haven't talked about Kershaw. I don't think we've ever talked about him pitching on short rest.
Try to fit one quick one here.
Donnie, can you just talk about the depth of this team, the importance of the bench, and the bullpen as you go into this NLDS?
Well, our depth's been tested, through the course of the year, and I guess part of that testing has really helped our bench because it ended up giving a lot of at-bats to Nick Punto, a lot of at-bats to Schumacher, a lot of at-bats to, different guys, had to play. Federo's did a nice job for us, backing up. So that's kind of increases guys' playing time, which has kind of kept, in a sense, kept them sharper. So that part we feel good about. These guys, being experienced, been through, these type of games, so confident with them in and out of situations. Was that about the bullpen?
Yeah, just the importance of the bullpen as you head into this.
Well, the bullpen's always important, and you're hoping that obviously when you look at Kirsch and Zach, they were getting deep into games. What really the playing you'd always like to be able to do. And the game would tell us hopefully that we're not into our bullpen a lot. That'd tell us that we're throwing the ball good as starters. But they have a chance to be a big part of this. Obviously, bullpens in the postseason, it seems like they can lock games down. It seems to be teams that are able to move forward. If you end up scratching for having the, giving up leads and things like that, that doesn't bode well in the postseason. So they're going to be important to what we do, hopefully.
Thanks a lot, Don. Appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Kershaw's here, so we'll bring him up.